Hello again. It's your girl Gabrielle from A Step Ahead Tutoring Services. Welcome to a brand new episode of Hot Topics. So, if you're not already familiar with this web series, this is a web series where we talk real talk about things that are important to us, such as social services, employment, finances, physical health, mental health, all things that we think that are steamy, and we like to have that real talk on this show. So today I am very excited because we at A Step Ahead Tutoring Services, we are all about small businesses. We're all about getting that independence, and we're all about being creative and profiting from it too. So, and I have a guest with me. Whoops. I have a guest with me who is going to help me with this conversation. Her name is Sydney Fowler. But before I get to her, I am going to share with you the topic of this episode. And the topic of this episode is young entrepreneurship. And let me leave my banner up. Young entrepreneurship. And I particularly want to have this conversation because these kids these days, they are starting them businesses and they are starting them younger and younger. And we definitely want to encourage, trying to find the words for it. We definitely want to encourage learning those business skills, learning how to interact with customers, how to process payments, how to run social media, how to market and find your target audience, and how to problem solve, and how to manage a company, and how to hire staff. And all these are very important skills that I'm still figuring out. And I'm a grown woman, but these young kids, they're starting that younger and younger, and they're getting those skills now, and getting those skills now will set them up when they become adults. And I'm very, very excited for that, and I'm looking forward to that. So let me introduce my guest to you. So first, I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. So her name is Sydney Fowler, and let me give you a biography about her. So she has a company called Single Soul, and Single Soul is an online women's clothing fashion retailer tailored to teen and young adult markets. Single Soul is based in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, but has an online presence serving customers across the U.S. The business owner, which would be Sydney, is a local teen that attends Wando High School. Founded in July 2020, Single Soul's predominant inventory includes modern, trendy teen, 20-something fashion, and accessories. So I'm going to bring her to the stage right now. Hi, Sydney. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good. So I am very much looking forward to talking to you and hearing your story about entrepreneurship, what made you become an entrepreneur, what led you down this path, all that good stuff. So are you ready?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Great. So I am going to pass the baton over to you, and please share your story with the world.
Yeah, so I'm Sydney, and I kind of started Single Soul because in 2018, I had a spinal cord injury where I got paralyzed from the chest down partially, and it kind of changed my life in a huge way. And I knew that I wanted to do something after my accident, but I didn't know how exactly I wanted to help people or, what was my mission. But over the past, year or so, I started Single Soul. And yeah, I love it so much. I love seeing girls wear my clothes and feeling confident and feeling good. And it's probably my biggest passion. I love it so much. So that's a little bit background on me.
All right. Well, let's get a little bit more background. Are you comfortable talking about your injury a little bit?
Yeah. So it was December 2018. I had a staph infection that got into my body. They don't know where it came from. And it compressed my spinal cord and it left me paralyzed from T4, which is like chest level. And then I started intense therapy for about a year. I lived in the hospital and I just worked really hard to get to where I am, which is I can take steps with my right leg, but my left leg is still really weak. But we've made a lot of progress, but it's been 3 years and I still go to therapy twice a week. But it's a daily challenge, but it's good. I mean, it's inspired me to do what I do. So it is what it is.
Inspired you how? Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so I've always loved fashion, but after I got paralyzed, I had a lack of confidence from my wheelchair and just being stared at. And I kind of wanted girls to, feel confident in clothes. And I knew that that was something that I lacked of just from, being stared at a lot. And it was a really tough thing for me to handle after becoming paralyzed because it was just, I don't know, it was just a lack of confidence. And I just really struggled with it. And I, I'm so sorry. I'm totally blanking. Okay.
Take your time.
So I just struggled with a lack of confidence and I wanted to, so I struggled with a lack of confidence and a huge thing for me was when I had on a cute outfit was I just felt more confident and I felt better and I felt more normal, I guess. So I wanted other girls to feel like that in our clothes. And this has been my passion my whole entire life. I just didn't realize that I would be able to do something at such a young age. So I ended up about 2 years after my injury, I was 15. I went to my brother and I was like, hey, like, I have this idea about like starting like a clothing company. Like, I don't know, like, I wasn't even being serious about it. It was just an idea. And he was like, no, Sydney, like, you need to do this like now. Like, you have to figure out how to do this. And he was like, I'll help you. Like, we can do this together. And we did. So we started Single Soul in 2020, beginning of quarantine. We had a good bit of time on our hands with, peak quarantine. So we just worked really hard and now like a year later and we've been working on Single Soul ever since. So yeah.
Awesome. So just so I understand, so you had your spinal injury and you ended up in a wheelchair, right?
Yes. So I'm currently in a wheelchair for regular day. I only stand at home or at therapy, or I do CrossFit as well. So yeah, I'll stand there sometimes.
Right. So and how old were you when that happened?
I was 13 when I had my spinal cord injury.
So I imagine being a 13-year-old, all of a sudden you have this life-changing event and now you're in a wheelchair and you were talking before about people staring at you and being uncomfortable. So I would imagine you felt really low at this point because there was this sudden shift in your life. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, your priorities definitely shift when it becomes, like what is like life and death. It's really scary, honestly, but um, you just it's weird because in the moment you don't even think about it because you're just worried about like I don't know. I'm personally one of those people who cares more about like how others are feeling. So when I got paralyzed, I was more scared for my parents and you know I was constantly like, it's okay, just reassuring them because I'm not a huge, like, I don't know why, but it's just like in me, I don't really like to pity myself. So right away, I just went after it. I started therapy. I worked really hard. I didn't know what my future looked like. I was 13, so I was pretty naive. So I didn't really know what was going to happen. I just did everything I could to well, I played volleyball before and when it happened, I was like, "Oh, I'll be back by the second half of the season." Clearly, that didn't happen, but, really cool things have happened other than volleyball. I thought volleyball was my world, and although that's just not it wasn't my plan, so here I am a single soul, which I never would have thought, so just a little bit of change.
Right. So you took, I'm afraid to say tragedy. You took
A tragic or, unfortunate situation.
oh, all right. You took an unfortunate situation and you didn't let it hold you down. You actually used it as fuel to the fire, to be all poetic, but you use it as fuel to fuel yourself.
For sure, yeah. I mean, I'm actually really happy of the way I handled the situation. I mean, I definitely could have just been super sad and gotten depressed about it, but I just saw an opportunity and I just I don't know, I feel like I've always had like a bigger I don't know, I just feel like I can help people and I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't know if that's through single soul or whatever, but I'm just trying to make everyone's just lives better. And I don't know, I just clothes are something I'm really passionate about, and I really feel like clothes are a mood changer for your day. So yeah.
Awesome. And you again, you were feeling pretty low about yourself, and you have people staring at you, you're feeling uncomfortable. It's like you're being watched extra more, and you wanted to improve your self-esteem and feel better about yourself. And so one of the things that you turn to is clothes, right? Because you're into fashion.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
All right. So let's talk about the type of fashion that you have for your company. So what made you want to choose um, trendy 20 something attire?
Yeah, so I basically just built my dream closet and I am putting it out there for everyone else to, wear. This is personally what I wear on the daily, what makes me feel the best, what makes me feel the most confident. And I don't know, I just really like this particular style and I wanted to pick a style that I personally really like and I didn't want to just do something to sell it. Like it's definitely something that I truly like. I love every single collection. I feel like we get better every single collection. So that's kind of the inspiration is upon like the clothes and stuff.
So is it more for girls, boys? Is it for any gender? Do you
Yeah, it's targeted towards just like women, like young women slash like teenagers. Anyone can wear it, but that's kind of the ideal market, I guess.
hmm. And well, before we continue that, let's can you talk about let's get into balance because you're still in school. So let's talk about the balance between running a business and being in school at the same time. So can you talk about that a little bit more? How do you deal with that?
Yeah, it's a big struggle, honestly. I still am challenged with prioritizing my work as far as school and single soul. I just whenever I can, I just try and work on single soul on the weekends. Luckily, single soul for me is something I love and I'm super passionate about. So it's really, I don't really see it as work, even though technically it is work. A lot of it's just really time consuming. But I love it. I mean, we do photo shoots, and that's something that takes a long time. We do. Um, I have to edit all the pictures. I have to get design the website, all of our social medias. So it's a lot of work, and that's only like some of it. But pack orders, inventory, all of that. So it's a lot. I don't really think I have it down to a certain like rhythm. I just do it when I can. It's definitely a really big priority of mine. Um, it's probably number 2 as far as like just school because I do have to really focus on that. And that was a really hard thing for me to go back to from going from summer to um, school year is I worked on single soul all summer and then I had to kind of step back and be like, okay, now I have to work on school. And then I slowly put single soul back into, my daily routine. And now I'm at a good place. I'm still working on it and trying to figure out, my priorities, but it's a challenge to say the least.
So talk about what do you do? So how do you address those challenges? So one of the things you mentioned is, you do it on the weekends, you do it in the summers. So what other strategies do you use to balance the two worlds?
This is like silly, but I always like write down like to-do list. I swear by to-do list. If I didn't have a to-do list, I would be all over the place. Sometimes I do schedules, like, I'll literally write out, okay, on the hour what I do, but I find that that is a little bit unrealistic for me to stick to because not everything's gonna go to plan. But that's probably the number one thing I do as far as, like, keeping it on track. It's also very, like, rewarding when you get to cross it off, like, your like thing to do. Another thing is I have this thing on my phone where it will tell me when I am on an app for too long, like social media, and I'm just messing around or like wasting my time on my phone. I have an app where I'll be like, okay, like you've been on so long. I think it's just in settings, honestly, but those are like the number 2 things that keep me like not like distracted or keep me like um going, I guess.
Right. So you have tools on your phone that help you. It sounds like you organize your schedule.
For sure.
Is that okay? Cool. So how did your parents react when you said you wanted to start a business?
They've always been super supportive. At first, it was kind of like it wasn't a joke. It just was like it seems a little bit unrealistic, especially for like my goals and like what I wanted at like this age, especially coming from um, I only had a certain amount of money to spend that was my own from my savings and my brother's savings that we put together. So we had a small budget and a lot of dream to, fill up. So they were very supportive. They've always been super supportive, even to this day. But no, they just were like, I mean, sounds crazy, but if anyone can do it, you guys can do it. So just give it your best go. So
They weren't like, um, it's going to get in the way of doing your homework, or you're going to get low grades because you're not going to be focused. They weren't paranoid or anything like that.
no, not really. I started in quarantine, so that wasn't really, we didn't have much going on. The main thing, honestly, at that time was therapy and just like sports and stuff. But no, we didn't, that was like right, we started it, like the idea happened in March, which was literally right after Corona like started. So, or COVID, but No, they never were like even I don't feel like they were ever even hesitant. They were just like, I mean, good luck. Like, I mean, if you need our help, like we'll help, but like they just like, they've always been super supportive. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So, hmm. So, how old are you now?
I'm 16.
16. Okay. And since your injury, it's a few years has passed. So, how are you doing right now?
As far as my injury, how am I doing? Or as far as just like life?
Both. Let's talk
Okay.
about
Um, Life, I'm doing good. I'm really inspired recently. I'm a really creative person, so whenever I'm not inspired, I like get into a big funk and I feel like when school started, I wanted to do everything and I wanted to do everything perfect and that's just unrealistic. So, it kind of got me in a really weird headspace. But recently I've just been taking like stepping back and just like kind of incorporating things like one by one and just not trying to overdo it. And now I am just, I don't know, I go through phases where I'm just like super creative and wanting to, produce social media content. I do sketches for like designs that we plan to do in the future, all sorts of things. So as far as that aspect goes, life's been good. As far as, my injury goes, it's slow, but I think I'm at a place of kind of like acceptance. Like I'm good with where I'm at. I still think that I'm going to keep growing and I'm going to keep improving, but I'm not mad or I'm not angry. I'm content and I think that this bad situation is going to turn into something really good. It already has. So I just can't wait to see how I can use my story to help people or um you know, just share my clothes and hopefully that helps them. I don't know, I don't know, I have a lot of vision right now. So and dreams. So I'm really good.
so your injury doesn't get in the way of your visions or your dreams.
No, not at all. If anything, it's inspired me more to like not wait because not to be cliche, but you don't know what like your future looks like. So it's just why not start now?
Hmm. All right. And if you could, what if you can go back in time and talk to your 13-year-old self, what would you tell yourself?
Probably that everything's just gonna work out. It's you're at that time, everything in life seems so uncertain and so scary, and just you don't know what your future is gonna look like. So I wish I could have been like, everything is gonna happen this is gonna happen for the best. Everything's gonna happen for a reason. Everything's gonna be okay. And you inspire a good amount of people, and that's a really good feeling. So everything's gonna work out. That's probably what I would say.
Awesome. That is such great advice. Now, in terms of you running your business, are you doing everything by yourself?
No, so I run the business with my brother along with my mom will occasionally help. She'll help drop off local orders. And she loves packing, so sometimes she'll pack, we'll both pack. And then my brother will help with the business side of things, so he'll help with the taxes. He kind of just oversees and like I have a lot of goals that can sometimes be unrealistic. So he'll be like, okay, I like the idea, but okay, let's bring it back a few notches. So he's just, I don't know, he helps me a lot with my vision and putting my vision into a reality, I guess. So no, the whole family helps. And then my dad, he also just really supports Single Soul. So the whole family's on board.
So it sounds like it's a family business.
It really is, honestly, at this point, it's a family business.
So that's awesome. So you definitely have a like a bunch of cheerleaders cheering you on.
Oh, for sure. Literally the whole family, even out like cousins, grandparents, they all love it. They think it's so cool. So, yeah.
All right. So what advice would you give to any teenager, any young person who wants to start a business?
I would say just start. That's like so simple, but the biggest thing you can do if you want to start a business is you just simply have to start. You have to start with the research, and see what is possible. There's so many different business ideas, and if it's something that you're truly passionate about, it's just gonna be easy and it's gonna be fun and it's not gonna feel like a job. So probably just make sure what you're doing you're passionate about and just start. If you want to do it, just start. Figure out a way to make it happen.
Awesome. Excuse me. That is wonderful advice, and thank you for sharing your story and using um not being weighed down by your, I guess, your handicap, but using that as motivation for you to build new things and be creative and to take on ventures and be that inspiration for other young people who want to start businesses or even other um, or other handicapped people or people with injuries that feel they have that low self-esteem, they feel worthless, they feel like they can't accomplish anything. And you're setting that example by saying, yes, you can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish and don't let anything hold you back. And, you can change the world. It doesn't matter what happened to you. It's only like a moment in time.
Sure.
You have the ability to change your future and even change your present. So I thank you for for sharing that, for
Yeah,
sharing your story.
of course.
And there was a cute quote from a very old TV show. I think it was like Jackie Chan Adventures. But it's something like, oh, I forgot what it was already. Um, he's not handicapped; he's handy capable. So, so I
That's
just
cute.
wanted to share that.
I
But
like
yeah,
it.
thank you so much for sharing your story and being that inspiration to other young people out there and for people who are um handicapped. I'm afraid to say handicap, but handicapped with
Yeah,
injuries as well. So you are definitely that inspiration.
thank you.
All right. So before we get to the closing, I wanted to you have a video up on your YouTube page that I wanted to play a bit about. Um, so I wanted to include that in this episode because I really liked the answer to the question. So let me get my techie stuff together.
Okay, so the first question is, what is something you are proud of, and then what is something that you need to work on? So something I'm proud of is honestly my resilience when it comes to what happened to me. I feel like it's not, I mean, I think people see it, but at the same time, like, there's so much behind the scenes that people don't see that comes with being paralyzed. So I'm really proud of myself for being able to handle such a terrible situation and make it somewhat like a good positive thing. And, just the way I handled everything, I feel like that's something I'm really proud of myself for. And I still work on it. Like, I'm not, like, I still have bad days, but like, I'm really proud of how far I've come, what I've done since I've been paralyzed, and like how I've made something that most people would see as a bad thing into something that's positive and good, and really made the best out of the situation. So that's something I'm proud of myself for. Something I'm not proud of myself for is I think I'm too hard on myself in the sense that, like, if I have a bad day, I get mad at myself for feeling the way I'm feeling, and I'm working on it, and I know I have that issue, but I think I need to be more, you know, like, I don't know, like, just being okay with, like, being not okay. Like, I always make it, in my head, I make it out to be like, oh, there's people that are worse off, but, like, I feel like if you always have that mindset, then, like, it's good to, like, have empathy for others, but at the same time, like, you gotta have empathy for yourself, and you have to, like, hey, okay, you're allowed to feel this way. Like, just because other people are literally in a worse situation doesn't mean that your situation isn't bad. And I feel like that can go the same way if you're not paralyzed and you're just having a bad day, or, you know, you got a fight or with your mom or your family or whatever, and you're having like a pity party for yourself. Like, it's okay to have a pity party. It's just how you handle a situation after you get over what happened, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. I just wanted to share that. So what am I doing? Yes. So tell me your thoughts as you are listening to that little snippet there.
I mean, I agree with what I said. It's weird watching my own video, but yeah, I think people can be really hard on themselves and they don't want to feel bad for themselves. I just feel like you're allowed to feel sorry for yourself. Sometimes it's just not okay to feel sorry for yourself all the time. It's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to feel sad. It's just how you handle the situation after you're sad. You have your bad night and you wake up the next day and you do something that makes you happy and you figure out a way to get out of that mindset. But I think I can sometimes be afraid to be in that mindset, and I don't think that's okay. So, yeah, that's what I meant.
Awesome. All right, so thank you so much. And we've reached the ending part of our episode. So I'm going to put up your little banner here. And you guys, so shop single soul. Single shop soul. What's the name of it?
Shop Single Soul on Instagram and TikTok, and singlesoul.shop on our website.
Yeah, so it is an online clothing boutique, and I'll have you talk, refresh our memory again. Tell us about your business. What do you sell?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we sell super trendy, cute clothes. We're online and we do pop-ups, but yeah, you can find us at singlesoul.shop on the internet and Shop Single Soul on Instagram and TikTok. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So go to her website, get those clothes, and you can be all looking cute and pretty, and trendy and hot. So definitely get those clothes and go to her website and shop, shop, shop. Do you offer any? I know it's December 2021, depending on when you guys are watching this. So it's the holiday season. I don't know if you have any holiday discounts or promotions.
Yeah, we constantly do discounts. So just follow us on TikTok or follow us on Instagram and TikTok, because we'll do like daily sales, so, random pop-up sales. So just be on the lookout for those, because we do those.
Awesome, awesome. And you heard that, guys. Definitely be on the lookout. Follow her on Instagram and TikTok. Stay tuned to get those discounts, those specials. And her contact information is scrolling at the bottom. So I encourage you to go online, buy them clothes, follow her on social media. That little snippet that I showed you is on her YouTube channel. So I encourage you to go to her YouTube channel and watch the video in its entirety. It's very inspiring, as well as the other videos that are on her channel. So I definitely encourage you to watch that. And thank you, Sydney. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So I am going to put you backstage now. And you guys, it is just you and me. So we have reached the conclusion of our episode. Thank you so much for joining us. You could say, oh, whoa, I'm sorry, I forgot my little banner. Okay. Yes, so please check out our YouTube channel for more videos and clips. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let us know what you thought about this episode by leaving a comment in the comment section below. And if you would like to learn more about A Step Ahead Tutoring Services, if you want to learn about our workshops, our services, or if you want to learn about me, you could definitely go to our website. Our website is www.astepaheadtutoringservices.com, and you can follow us on our various social media platforms, which is scrolling below right now. And one last thing before I wrap it up for the day. So we are also seeking, oh, my voice is going. We are also seeking financial contributions to our crowdfunding campaign on ifundwomen.com. iFundWomen is the go-to funding marketplace for women-owned businesses and the people who want to support them with access to capital, coaching, and connections. So I am going to play a small video that will explain more.
Hey there, have you heard of us? We're a small team of tutors here at A Step Ahead Tutoring Services. We believe that education and information should be accessible to everyone, regardless of income, race, or creed. We're dedicated to making this happen, but we need your help. Please consider donating to our crowdfunding campaign. No amount is too small. Your donation will allow us tutors to remain employed, offer free and low-cost services, and reach out to families nationwide. With your help, we can tackle the academic challenges of our students and the emotional, mental, and behavioral changes that result from these challenges. As a bonus, we can improve our communities in the process. Support us today. We're a for-profit company. Your donation may not be tax-deductible. Please consult a tax professional.
Awesome. So definitely please pass by that crowdfunding campaign and support us with your donation today. That is it for our episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for more episodes, and I look forward to seeing you at our future episodes. Thank you for joining us today. Signing off.